ഹരിയാതീതരസീവര ഭഗവാരിസഗുഗയിൽ അറിവായിരമി പരമാത്തുമൻ നല പരനാർந்திடு குஹயார்ந்து அறிவாம் விழித்திரவாய் நிசம் அறிவாய் அது வெளியாம் அண்ணாமலையாய் அடியேனை ஆண்ட அன்றே ஆவியுடல் கொண்டாய் எனக்கோர் குறையுண்டோ குறையும் குணமும் நீ அல்லால் என்னேனிவற்றை நுயிரே எண்ணம் எதுவோ அது செய்வாய் கண்ணே உந்தன் கழலினையில் காதற் பெருக்கே தருவாயே கண்ணே உந்தன் கழலினையில் காதற் பெருக்கே தருவாயே ஓம் அதிமதுர சாபஹஸ்தாம் அபரிமிதாம் மோதபான சௌபாக்யாம் அருணாம் அதிசய கருணாம் அபிநவ குலசுந்தரீம் வந்தே ஓம் ஐம் ஹ்ரீம் ஸ்ரீம். Now we shall chant the Mangala Shloka. மன்னுமா முனிவரர் சாந்தி மன்னவே தென்முக மூர்த்தியாய் திகழ்ந்து மோனமாம் தன்னிலை திகழ்த்தி இத்துதியில் தன்மயம் சொன்ன அச்சங்கரன் துண்ணுமென்னுள்ளே மௌனமா முறையார் காட்டும் மா பிரம்மவத்துவாலன் சிவநிலை தவசச்சீடர் செரிகுருவரன் சிற்கையன் உவகையோர் ஒருவன் தன்னுள் உவப்பவன் கழிமூகத்தன் அவனையான் தென்பான் மூர்த்தி அப்பனை ஏத்துவோமே அவனையான் தென்பான் மூர்த்தி அப்பனை ஏத்துவோமே உலகு கண்ணாடியூர் நேர் உரத்தனுள்ள ஞானத்தால் வெளியினில் துயிர்க்கனா போல் விளங்கிட கண்டு ஞான நிலையுறும் நேரம் தன்னை ஒருவனாயவனே காண்பன் தலையுறு குருவாமந்த தக்ஷிணாமூர்த்தி போற்றி வித்துளே முளை போல் முன்னம் விகற்பமில்லிச்சகம்பின் கற்பித மாயாதேய காலகர்மத்தார் பற்பல் சித்திரம் விரிப்பன்யாவன் சித்தனுமாயி கண்போர் சத்திய குருவாமந்த தக்ஷிணாமூர்த்தி போற்றி எவனொழி உண்மை இன்மை இயை பொருள் இலங்கு நேரே எவனது நீயானா என்று உணர்த்துவன் இசைத்துணர்த்துவன் சேர்ந்தோரை எவனை நேர் காணின் மீண்டும் இப்பவக்கடல் வீழ்வில்லை எவனை நேர் காணின் மீண்டும் இப்பவக்கடல் வீழ்வில்லை தவறுரு குருவாமந்த தக்ஷிணாமூர்த்தி போற்றி பலதுளை குடத்துள் தீப பாய்கதிர் போல் யார் ஞானம் விழிமுதற் பொறிவாய்ப்பாய்ந்து வெளிசரித்தறிந்தேன் என்ன விளங்கிடும் எவனைச் சார்ந்து விளங்கும் இவ்வவனியாவும் சலமரு குருவாமந்த தக்ஷிணாமூர்த்தி போற்றி உடலுயிர் பொறிகள் புந்தி ஒன்று பாழகமா தேர்வர் மடந்தையர் பாலர் அந்த மடையரே மூடவாதி மடமையால் விழையும் அம்மா மயக்கமே மாய்க்கு ஞான தடையரு குருவாமந்த தக்ஷிணாமூர்த்தி போற்றி. Like the lamp placed inside the pot with many holes, the Atma, the self within the heart, it expresses through the many holes such as the senses, and it perceives. It says, I know. So therefore, விளங்கிடும் எவனை சார்ந்து விளங்கிடும் உலகம் அவனியாவும். So this Atma, the self, which is and which shines. So depending on it, on which or depending on it, all the other things shines. Everything else shine. How? They borrow the light from the Atma, the self, and then they shine. So it is not that the world is, therefore we see. We are, and therefore the world is. This is what today morning we have seen. So borrowing the light of the Atma, the self, the world shines. Everything else shines. Salamaru Guruvamanda Dakshinamurti Potri. Similarly, some people take the body to be the self, some the prana to be the self, and some others mind to be the self. And like the Buddhist, they take the shunyam to be the self. But they are all avivekis, non-discriminative. So it is childish. It is not true. It is all because of delusion of the mind. So this Guru Dakshinamurti is one who removes all the delusion, all the obstacles towards the jnanam, towards the knowledge, and he reveals the truth. What is the truth? The self is not the body, mind, intellect, or the shunya. It is the self, or it is a pure awareness, pure consciousness. This is what we have to understand. So till this point we have seen today morning. 7th also we started, but we will read it again. Ragupatri Ravi Tingal Yenavulan Mayai Mooda Paravulam Odungat Tungi Paravida Unarum Kalam Puravuranginanan Endru Bodhanam Yavan Pumanai Charachara Guruamanda Dakshina Murthi Potri. As the Ragu, the celestial planet, as it swallows the sun or moon, so we say the solar eclipse or lunar eclipse. It is said in our traditional belief, but nowadays scientific understanding is a little different, but maybe it may have some other insight or some subtle meaning, I don't know. So like that, when the Maya, when it engulfs the Jiva, he goes into sleep. Paravulam Udunga. Paravulam means that ulam, that mind which is spread and which is roaming everywhere. Udunga, it just goes back and then it goes into sleep. Udunga Tungi. And then Paravida Unarum Kalam. Then once again it comes out when you are awake. And then what it says? Pura Uranginanan. I slept well before. Pura means before. I slept well. Bodhanam Yavan Pumanai. Thus the true self is revealed. Bodhanam Yavan Pumanai. What is established? Even in the deep sleep, that self is there. Why? That is why when you are awake, you can say, I slept well. I was not knowing anything, but I really enjoyed. This is the experience of all of us. When we get up, we say, I was not knowing anything, but I slept well and I really enjoyed the sleep. So the self was present even in the deep sleep. Today morning I was talking to you about the Pratyabhijna, what Acharya Shankara was trying to explain. Pratyabhijna means what? See, it is said, when the experiencer, when he rises, then the experienced also rise. And then when the experiencer goes off, experienced also goes off. Right? But for memory, for us to remember, when the experiencer comes with experience and when he goes off, and then the experiencer goes off, when the experiencer comes with experience and goes off, if there is no continuity, there is no substratum which connects everything, then this memory is not possible. Please understand. See, this experience is coming to us and goes. And then some other experience, he comes and he goes means, then how will we remember? If there is nobody in between, let us say, there is nothing which is connecting everything, let us say, then how will we remember, recollect? Please understand. That is why Adi Shankara says, there is this substratum which is underlying all the experiences, which is always present in and through all the experiences. So therefore, even though the experiencer has risen and he has fallen, but still that experience is there stored or whatever. The experience is impressed, and therefore later you can recollect. So here also it is said, the recollection that I slept well. How this recollection is possible? If there was nobody, let us say, in the deep sleep, then how could you recollect saying that I slept well? I was not knowing anything, but I was slept well. How could you recollect this if there was nobody? So it means there is this self which is connecting every state, all the three states of consciousness. You get my point?
Yes.
Without the underlying principle of the self, the memory is not possible. The pratyabhijna, the memory is not possible. If only the experiencer comes and goes with all the experiences, if there is nobody in between who is connecting all these experiencers, then it is not possible to recollect our experiences. So the memory, the chittam, the memory is called as chittam. The memory is not at all possible if there is no self. So that self, which is substratum of everything, is there in and through all experiences. And as if in that self everything is impressed. And therefore this experience will be able to recollect. So that self which was even present in the deep sleep. So Sarasara, that Swarupam is Dakshinamurti. That self which is present in all the three states of consciousness. See, that is why it is called as truth. Why it is called as truth? Because it is present in all the three states of consciousness: deep sleep, dream and waking. In the past, present and future. Always. But this experiencer, he is not present always. In the deep sleep, he is not to be seen. And the world also not seen in the deep sleep. But the self is always present. This is the experience of the great Mahatmas, and also through this logic, it is proved that self must be there. And another important thing, Bhagavan, in a lighter vein, he says, if there is no self which is connecting everything, which is there even in the deep sleep, you may sleep as an engineer and wake up as a doctor, who knows? Or you may sleep as an idiot and then you wake up as a scholar. It is not happening. It is not happening. Whatever we are, we get up the same. With the same sort of thoughts, the same sort of problems, challenges. It means somewhere everything is stored, everything is there. Therefore, there is self always in all three self-consciousness, which is connecting all our experiences. So, this self is Dakshinamurti. Charachara Guruvam means who is the pure consciousness which is illuminating everything. Chara and Achara, the moving and non-moving. That Dakshinamurti, that pure consciousness, Dakshinamurti, my prostrations. You understand? This is the main theme of this shloka. The self is always present in all three states of consciousness, and that is our true nature. And that is Dakshinamurti Swarupam. That we worship, we prostrate. That's what Pumana means, one who knows. As he is the self. Bodhanam evan Pumanai. That is what it means. Okay. Now moving on to the 8th verse. Kulavi munnanavu munna Kuru pallavattai ellam Sulalinum kalandirunde Solikumullahamanalum Kadal vidu vorkar tannai Kaatuvan sirkuripal Tadal vili guruva vanda Dakshina Murthi potri.
Dakshina Murthi potri.
Kulavi munnanavu munna.
Kulavi munnanavu munna.
Kuru pallavattai ellam.
Kuru pallavattai ellam.
Sulalinum kalandirunde.
Sulalinum kalandirunde.
சொலிக்குமுள்ளகமானாளும் கழல்விழு ஓர்க்கார் தன்னை காட்டுவன் சிற்கூரிப்பால் தழல்விழி குருவாமந்த தக்ஷிணாமூர்த்தி போற்றி. குழவி முன். ஹியர் குழவி. குழவின்னா அந்த குழவி கிடையாது, அது ரெண்டு சொல்லினா அதாவது இந்த கிழிக்கு வரலாதான் இந்த குழவி. இது குழவி. குழவி மீன்ஸ் சைல்டு, குழந்தை. குழவி. குழவி மீன்ஸ் வாட்? Child, etc. Kulavi mun means child, etc. Meaning when we were child, and then when we were youth, when we were middle-aged, and then when we are old. In all these avasthas, in all these states, the self is always present. Though the body may change, the mind changes every moment. Even the ideas and ideologies change. Then what is there which is present, which we are able to relate and say, I? See, when I look at my childhood photo, I say it is me, you know. How can you say it is you? You cannot say it is you. You are looking very different. How can you say it is you? And some house I visit, very old people, old couple and all. Their wedding photo, when I see, hey, is this you? Yes, Swamiji. Hare Rama, you look very beautiful, very handsome. Then they are very pleased. But you know what, is this you? That is what I am asking. That is, I could not recognize. Meaning what? We cannot recognize. But which is there? Which we say, I. See, think about it. See, when I say this body is I, that body is gone. No more the body is recognizable. There may be some resemblance, but it is not recognizable. And now middle-aged person, and then old age, and I tell you in the deathbed, I tell you horrible. People become very lean and very different. Ayyo Rama, very, very hard even to see. So who is this? We don't know, we can't recognize. But still I say, no, I am. So I say in and through all these states, I am. What is that I am? Think about it. What am I really? Am I the child? Am I the middle-aged? Am I this old? Who am I really? If I am the body, then I cannot recognize this. Then somehow in and through I am saying I. I am the same person. No, I am the same person. How do you know? No, I know. And not only that, Kulavi mun, Nanavu munna. Nanavu means what? Nanavu means waking, dream and deep sleep. I feel I am there in all the three states. Is that not so? I am the waker, I am the dreamer, I am the deep sleeper. So the self is always there. That is what we have to understand. And not only that, Kurupal avattai ellam. Avattai means what? When we are happy or sad, in all these avasthas, when we are confused or clear in our hearts, in all these avasthas, Suralinum kalandirunde. Sural means they come and go. Is that not so? These avasthas, Suralinum means what? They come and they go, then they come and they go. Suralinum kalandirunde. He is in and through all this, the childhood, the youthhood, the waker, the deep sleeper, dreamer. So, Suralinum kalandirunde, solikkumul ahama. Ahama Nalum. So this Solikkum means what? This shines as Ahama, Aham, Nan, I. Solikkum, it shines. What is that? Which is shining in and through all these different stages of life. Through childhood, through youthhood, through middle age. So it is in and through all these states. Even though the body changes, the mind changes, everything changes, something is not changing. In and through. Kalandirunde. It is in and through all these experiences. During the waking state, dream and deep sleep. During our ups and downs. What is that? Kalandirunde solikkumul ahama naalum. Aham. Aham means as I, it shines in the heart. So that is the Guru Dakshina Murti. And who is he? He is a compassionate Lord. Why? Kadal vidu vorkar. Kadal vidu vorkar means what? One who has surrendered at his feet. Kadal means Tiruvadigal, the feet. Kadal vidu means one who has surrendered at the feet. Vorkar, thannai kattuvan. He reveals himself. When you surrender unto him, he has said, na, sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. When you surrender unto me, aham tvapa sarva papebhyaha mokshaish. I will liberate you, destroying all your sins. Kadal vidu vorkar thannai kattuvan sirkuripal. How he shows himself, how he reveals his true state, sirkuripal. Through chin mudra he reveals. So as I told you the other day, what is this chin mudra? I am not associated with this body, mind and intellect, or the gross, subtle and the causal bodies. I am distinctly different from these three. As long as I am associating with these three bodies and I am roaming here, I am in samsara. The day when I withdraw myself, dissociate myself from these three bodies and try to find out who am I, and then when I know myself, it's revealed that thou art. I am the pure consciousness, where there is nothing other than the pure consciousness. Meaning, this Jada Sambandhamana, all the three bodies, has gone forever. The Jada Sambandhamana world has gone forever. So this is Sirkuripu. Sirkuripu means what? You are that self. So as I told you, Nisargadatta Maharaj, he met his Guru only once. And he told him, you are the Supreme Self. That is it. He came back home. He was an ordinary grahastha. He was rolling beedis. Beedi only he was rolling. And he had so many children to take care. Yeah. But you know what? He worked on this idea. My Guru has said, I am the Supreme Self. How can I be the Supreme Self? What does he mean by that? How can I be the Supreme Self or the Supreme? Because now I feel I am very miserable. Alpa Jiva, meaning I am not very powerful. I don't have much energy. And I don't know everything. I am very limited in my knowledge and understanding. And I am born now and I will die. How can I be the Supreme? He started working on it. Who am I? That is what he started working on it. He kept his attention on the I. He himself saying, he kept the attention on the I always. And he realized very soon his true self. So this is the secret. When this I, when it thinks itself to be the gross body or the mind or the whatever, it revels as the jiva only, as a miserable creature, as a samsari only. When this starts inquiring, who am I? And when it knows itself, I am that, meaning that Supreme Self, that thou art, then it is awakened, where there is no Jada Sambandhamana anything. There is only Chaitanya Swarupam. Where there is only Chaitanyam. and nothing other than that. So Sitkuripal Kattuvan, he reveals his own true self through Sitkurippu, through that Chin Mudra. Why he doesn't show to everybody? Only those who have surrendered his feet. Because he is there showing Sitkurippu. But if you don't surrender his feet, you will not take it seriously. Or your mind won't be pure and open to accept this. So I tell you, everywhere, everything is available. Nowadays, in this modern world, in YouTube, you have got everything. You have got all videos, audios, everything you have got. And all the masters are teaching continuously. And we are hearing also. But why it is not making any impact on us? Because our minds are not pure. And we are not very subtle enough to understand what they are teaching. Most of the time we are not receptive. We are in our own world. And we interpret in our own way, which is convenient to us. Only when you are in tune with the Guru, you can really understand. So surrendering means what? You are in tune with the Guru. When you live near him, when you serve him, then you know what he thinks, how he thinks. When you develop the devotion and respect, reverence for him, then your mind opens and you are receptive. Then you will know. But he is always showing the path, but we are not always open to receive it and understand. See, sometimes people tell me, Swami, we have been listening to this for these many years, but today in this class, it just really we got it, we understood it. Today the talk was brilliant. Why? Today your mind was so pure and very quiet and alert, so you were able to grasp it. Other days probably the mind was not that attentive or very pure or receptive. So that is why, see, please understand, when we come here, when we sit quiet and when we chant some Mangala Shloka, some invocation, it is not time pass. It is actually, we are gathering our mind and we are trying to quieten our mind. And in the remembrance of the Lord, we are purifying our mind. Then we become available for our Guru to share this knowledge. See, that is why when I chant these kind of, the prarthana and all, when you people talk or when you people are distracted, I feel very awkward. Why? Why are we doing this? For us to quieten our mind so that we can listen properly. At that time, if you do cheshta, do this and that and disturb others also, then we feel this is not right. You understand? So everything has got a meaning. So, Kadal Vidu Vorkar Dannai, one who surrendered at his feet, he reveals himself. Because only when you surrender, you are available to his teaching. That is why Bhagavan says, grace always flows. But only when you turn within, you are available to make use of the grace. And once he has said beautifully, see, I am like Ganges. The grace is flowing. So when you bring just a tumbler, you only take tumbler full of water. When you bring a bucket, you take bucket full of water. How can you complain that that person is taking more, but I am not given more? Because you have brought only tumbler. That fellow has brought a big bucket. And I tell you, you should not bring the bucket also. You should jump into the Ganga. Yes. So that you drink and die there. What are you laughing at? I don't understand. So, whatever patra you bring, accordingly you take. So when you are very ripe, when you are very quiet, when you are very sattvic, very attentive, less of ego, then this makes more sense. When you are restless, when you are very agitated, when you are not open, see, we can see, I tell you, we can see the students, whether they are really interested attentive, or something is happening to them, it is all like open book, Easily we can see. So only when you are available. See, even if the doctor has to perform a surgery, you have to be available to him. When they take you to the operation table, suddenly you say, oh, no, I want to go away. I don't want this surgery. Can anybody operate on you? That is why they give you anesthesia. And then you cannot say, no. The last moment when he takes the knife, oh, no, I don't want, I'm going now. You cannot say that. Already you are given anesthesia and you are gone. You know nothing. So you should be available for the doctor, even for the surgery, for him to operate on you. Similarly, you should be available to the guru. See, when the teacher, when he points out your mistake, you should not get angry or hurt. Sometimes our egos are hurt. We get upset. Why this Swamiji is telling in front of everybody? I feel very bad about it. You should not take that way. See, என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க தெரியுமா தமிழில், குட்டு போட்டாலும் மோதிர விரலால் குட்டு பண்ணுமாங்க. அது ஒரு பழமொழி இருக்கு. குட்டு போட்டாலும் மோதிர விரலால் குட்டு பண்ணணுமா. Meaning, when the teacher, when he points out your mistake, it is all good for you. If the teacher scolds you, it is very good. So we should not get offended. We should not get hurt. And then we should not say, no, now I am going. I don't want. Chumma, he is pointing my faults in front of everybody. So meaning what? We should be open. Then only we receive this knowledge. And I tell you very honestly, all of you have been very open throughout all these sessions. Maybe you may be sleeping little now and then. That is because of the tiredness. That is forgiven. But I could see all of you very attentive, very keen, very interested, open. So I am also inspired. See, the students, when they are not very inspired or very attentive or keen, the teachers won't be inspired, ஏதோ சொல்லி முடிச்சுட்டு போ அப்படின்னு ஆயிடும். When we get good student, that is why சிவநிலை தவ சச்சீடர் செரிகுரு வரன் சிற்கையன், all the Sishyas, they were already in the சிவநிலை, and tava சச்சீடர். But you know what? Then only the Guru will be inspired. எல்லாம் முட்டாளாக வந்து முன்னாடி உட்காந்து அரகரையாக தூங்கிட்டே இருந்தா என்னதான் சரி, ஏன் பிராரப்தம் அதுன்னு நினச்சிக்க வேண்டியதான். I told you, when I was in Sri Lanka, early morning class, few Ayyas and Ammas used to come very regularly. They come, to support me only. Pavan Swamiji, what will Swamiji do? Even if I go and don't listen, to whom will Swamiji speak? Pavam, I will go and support you. Out of sheer compassion they come. And early morning 6:30 class means what? Half the people are like this. கண்ணை திறக்க முடியல, என்ன செய்ய முடியும்? So only 5-10 people or 10-15 people, let us say maximum. அதில் 7-8 பேர் half asleep. 5-6 பேர் ஏதோ திருவிழா கூட்டத்தை காணாமல் போன மாதிரி. What is this happening here? I don't understand anything. Then what you can do? Then you say, I am talking to only myself. I am the student. I am the first student. I am hearing. So this is Upadesha given to myself. And really it is Upadesha given to myself only. When I say something, I am the first student. See, it is not that I am telling. Bhagavan is only telling me. That is how I take it. So all the scriptures, though I am talking, I always take Bhagavan is talking from within and I am the first student. I mean, when I condemn somebody harshly, I am condemning myself only. Because we only know ourselves. Na? So only when we are available to the teacher, he can do something. That is why Seva Bhava is very important. Humility is important. நான் மேதாவி நினச்சிட்டு குருட்ட போனோன்னா ஒன்றுமே நடக்காது. இவன் ஆல்ரெடி இவருக்கு தான் தெரிஞ்சிருக்கான்னு பார்ப்போம். And they want to corner the Guru. See, I have cornered him. You are cheating yourself. You are wasting your time. You understand? So only when you are available, this knowledge is shared. So such a wonderful Guru. கடல் விழுவோர்கார் தன்னை காட்டுவன். So those who have surrendered at his feet, he reveals himself. How? Through Chin Mudra. Thadal Viri Guruvamanda Dakshinamurti. Thadal Viri means what? Thadal means Neruppu, fire. One of the eyes, fire, Jnanagni. It's not just ordinary fire, fire of knowledge. Jnanagni. Taptaha. Meaning what? When he opens the third eye, Jnanagni, everything is burnt. So, Tadal Vidi Guruvamanda Dakshinamurti. So, that Dakshinamurti, who is having this third eye, the eye of wisdom, I prostrate at his feet. I prostrate unto him. This is what is revealed in the 8th verse. So, the 8th verse, in and through all the stages of life, in and through all experiences, all avasthas, the one self is there shining as I. So, though everything changes, but this self is non-changing. It is there always. Last verse we have seen, even in the deep sleep, the self was there. That is why we were able to recollect our experience and say, I slept well, I enjoyed. We were able to say. So therefore the self is present in all three avasthas, in different stages of life, in and through all experiences. It shines as I in the heart. That self is me. That is my true self. That is Guru Dakshinamurti. And that Guru is one who out of compassion, he reveals himself. So, Tandanai Unnai, Kondanai Ennai. You gave yourself to me and you accepted me. Yaro Chadurar. Who is clever? I am totally useless. But you are the ultimate. So you have given yourself to me and accepted me, the stupid, the useless. Yaro Chadurar. Are you blind? That's what he's asking. Andahan niyana karunachala. Andahan, are you blind? Are you not able to see? This deal is really, really absurd. Deal means what? You have to give something worthwhile and you have to get something worthwhile. Here you are giving everything and accepting nothing. Are you so naive? But you know, he is so compassionate. Paravalla. But I reveal myself to you. You are my child and you are sincere and you are now attentive inside. So I reveal myself to you through Chin Mudra. He didn't give any bhashan. He only revealed through Chin Mudra. That Guru Dakshinamurti, Thadal Vidi Guruvamanda Dakshinamurti, Potri, I prostrate, I surrender unto him. Now, next half an hour. See, today is the penultimate day of our course, 45 days course, right? And tomorrow we have only one class in the morning, and then in the evening Acharyaji is coming and he will give the valedictory address and then he will bless all of you, right? So we need to have something, some question answer session. If there are some doubts, it is my duty, my responsibility to clarify as a teacher. So we didn't get any time all these days because we need to go cover text after text. So today we have got some time, 30 to 40 minutes I suppose. So 30 minutes. So you can ask whatever you want, you can ask. If I know, I will answer. Please.
I have one last one. Every question and session going on between me and you.
Swamiji, the last verse, the self is present in all the three stages, that's why we are able to recollect also. See, the self is untainted, untouched by the thoughts or the things. It just acts only as a
Sakshi.
Sakshi. It just illumines everything. But it doesn't have any, nothing is, it is untouched or untainted. So where is the question of the memory being stored there, or
No,
it is we are able to retrieve it from the self. So it is not the self which is stored in it.
No, it's not. See, it is not like that. See, it is like this. If there is nothing which is connecting everything, this memory is not possible. That you agree?
Correct.
So the self is the connecting factor which is present everywhere. That is why this memory is possible. See, your question is valid. Whether everything is sort of stored in self or where. See, not only everything, even the world is resting only in the self now. The world, what we say, where is the world? It is resting only in the self. Everything is resting in the self. See, when we saw about Hridaya Vidya, the Hridayam is where all the vasanas, everything is there. That's what we studied now. So, it is not as we think. So, that is the substratum where everything rests. Why not this? Understand? See, yes, it is not touched. Yes, it is Sakshimatra. I agree with you. But at the same time, that is the substratum for everything, where everything is resting. So it is said, the continuity is there due to the self. Therefore, it is able to recollect. See, in Adi Shankara's this Dakshina Stotram, Gurudev writes huge big commentary on this. And as I told you, Sureshwaracharya also written a very beautiful commentary, Manas Ullasa. There they have spoken about this only, Pratyabhijna. And
Vidya is something different from this.
no, Pratyabhijna means this memory. Memory is possible only because of this, the self, which is present everywhere all the time. Otherwise, if only experiencer comes and goes, and every experiencer comes and goes, then this experiencer cannot remember, because gone with the experience. So therefore, there should be something which is connecting everything, holding everything together. Sutre Manigana Iva. That is why this is possible. That's a good question.
What we learn here has to spill into a routine daily life also. But when we see a dichotomy, படிக்கிறது ராமாயணம் படிக்கிறது பெருமாள் when we see the dichotomy, for some time we say that I'm only seeing the dichotomy somewhere, so I should not be judgmental about it and all that. But over a period of time, what happens is one becomes judgmental about it, and that creates a frustration, and then we get into a loop. Is there a way to kind of rearrange, reconnect?
See, judgmental about others, you mean? Why should you become, see, his question is, over the period of time, when we watch somebody, they say something, they do something else. That's what you were saying now. And we sometimes tell us we should not be judgmental. But over a period of time, we become judgmental and we are frustrated. See, the first and foremost principle is you should not judge others, no? You should judge yourself. See, why should you worry about others? See, Bhagavan says you inquire about yourself only. So, whatever the other people may be, that Lord will take care. That is what I am saying. The Lord will take care of the world. He will manage his business. Now, we should become judgmental about ourselves. We should find out whether we are doing that. Whether we are saying one thing and doing something else. That is very important as a seeker. Because there is no end to it. One thing is the world is not perfect. The second thing is, what is our business actually? Our business is not here to reform everybody. To reform ourselves. So therefore, this we have to drop. See, unless it is your own child, you want to sort of show the path and mold the character. To some extent you can do that. But other than that, if you don't have that role to play, why should you play that role? Let Lord take care. And you know what? One more thing I am telling you. When you live with a guru, it is very hard. Because guru is teaching something very profound. When you see, you become always, hey, what is this happening? Why is this? Why is that? And so it becomes very hard. So to live with a guru is very hard unless you are totally, egoless. Totally surrendering everything unto him. It is very hard. Because the expression may not be true always. One thing. And second thing is, everybody has got a personality. Lord has sent everybody here with a personality. So that is how it is. So we should not become judgmental about others. Especially when you are learning from a teacher, you should not. See, at least if you are judgmental of a friend, so to some extent you can, okay, you say, but suppose if you become judgmental about the teacher, the very sharing or very learning stops there. See, that is why our Acharya always used to say, there should be always love and reverence towards the teacher. Love alone is not sufficient. Reverence is very important. That day when you lose reverence, the sharing of knowledge stops. You cannot learn anything. That is why this Guru Parampara, we always say, Guru is my everything. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Guru is my everything, we say. So that is what we have to. We have to judge only ourselves instead of judging others. See, by judging others, we are accepting the duality. We are thinking that the world is real. Then you are gone. But it's very hard. Always the mind will become that one. I couldn't hear you.
This thing of process of inquiry, one should also know about where one is, where am I?
Where am I means?
Where am I?
I am in Tiruvannamalai.
No, where am I in the process of inquiry? And so catching that ego sense, what are all the subtle ways, like when we go back, when we are watching ourselves, so we tend to slip. So, and that is something one has to create a habit to catch oneself. So you can just suggest.
See, she is asking not only who am I, where am I in my sadhana? That is what you are asking, na? Like whether am I really inquiring, giving attention to the self, ego sense, or am I doing something else? How do I know? Na? Is that the right question?
Subtle ways of how one can catch oneself.
And subtle ways of how one can catch oneself. See, as I told you, nobody can help us. This is a very subtle thing. Nobody can catch us by our hand, and nobody can just guide us like that. It is very, very subtle thing. See, that is why I told you, we have to surrender unto the Guru Tattva, which is in the heart. And he is there inside. He knows everything. And we have to surrender means what? Oh Lord, please guide me. Please show me the path. And then you should start the process, whatever you understand about the inquiry. I assure you, the guidance comes from within. The Guru who is in the heart, he shows the path. When you go out and inquire to other Gurus who are living in the world, they may also point. But when it comes from within you, that is sure. That is one thing. Second thing is there is no slipping, there is no falling. Because where else you will fall? There is only self. Don't worry about failures. Don't worry about going astray. You have faith in the Guru who is in the heart. And you practice this, you will not go astray. That is one thing. Second thing is, you know what? What are the subtle ways to catch the self you are asking? See, the self or the I is very evident, is very, very obvious. It is very, very strange when people say, I am unable to understand. How can you say, I am unable to understand? Every day, every time you are saying, I came, I went, I am, I. When you say, focus the attention of I, what is this I? What are you asking me to do? I don't know, it's very abstract. How can you say that? Because it is every moment the I is there, present in us. So therefore, I tell you my experience. I was posted to Sri Lanka, and then every year I started coming to India, to visit India. Every time I come to Bhagwan. Though I am part of Chinmaya mission, I was always talking about Bhagwan only. So much so that people were wondering whether he is part of Chinmaya mission or some Ramana, some satsang group or what. So every time I come to Ramanashram and I come here, my only focus is, what is this Atma Vichara? What is this Atma Vichara? What is this Atma Vichara? So somehow I don't have a habit of go and asking anybody. I was sort of continuously asking, what is this, what is this, what is this? And you inquire. And it is not that one day magically somebody has told you or somebody has revealed, nothing. You slowly, you understand what it is, what is the subtle aspect of it. And one day when you stumble on what it is actually, what Bhagavan is speaking, and you know it, what it is. And then it becomes easy and simple. This Atma Vichara is the most beautiful, the simplest way of, abiding in self. And it is most obvious thing, the self. Self means, I mean the ego sense. You cannot miss it. So, that is what I used to tell all the people, all the devotees, whoever is listening to me. Experiment with yourself. Sit, whatever you do, understand, don't understand. Don't close the door saying that I don't understand. Yes, I don't understand only, but sit and experiment. Bhagavan is telling something, that it must be truth only. I will find out what it is. Like that, you should go on without losing heart. You have to go on trying. We are sincere in your attempts. Definitely the guidance comes from within. That Guru will not forsake us. He will show the path. And Bhagavan is so compassionate. He will show the path. No doubt about that. Nobody can explain anything else. If somebody could have explained, Bhagavan himself could have done it. He is ocean of knowledge. And he is a great teacher. We are seeing all the scripture now, all the texts. What a wonderful logic and reasoning he gives. My God. So he would have done that if it could have been done. But you know what? More when you talk about it, more the mind gets deluded only. That is why Adi Guru, he just showed the Shinmudar kept quiet. I have seen it. More the people start explaining things, more they are going away from the truth. And more they are sort of confusing the listeners. And some people want to do that.
The intensity of the self-inquiry will definitely answered by Bhagavan. If you go inside and then you have 3 points I must keep in mind. One is the keen mind. The second is not to utter any words. Then one-pointed attention. When you do it, the force, the grace, like a ocean, it will come into your mind. It will come and
take you
into that state. And in that, it's like just like seconds. Within seconds, your senses, all senses will be closed. And what is happening that you don't know anything. It's like a statue. When you sit like with any posture, you will become straight, 90 degrees, like this. Then you don't move anything. The stillness will acquired by the grace of Bhagavan. I think mostly Bhagavan answers practical rather than theoretical. We should not, we can ask the question to Bhagavan, but it should be very transparent, with innocence, with devotion, and we will definitely answer.
So what he is trying to tell is his own experience. You should have a very pure and attentive mind, he is saying. And number 2, he says that you should not get distracted, you said. One point attention, you said. No, not uttering any word. Pechu muchu adaki kondu. So not saying I am, who am I the body, am I the Brahman, not uttering any word. And he says one point attention. Then he says the grace flows from within. And you become very still, he says. His own experience. So that is how you have to go. And he says, you don't expect any theoretical answer from Bhagavan. He will answer in a very practical way. And you will know it, he is saying. Thank you, Ayya. It's a very profound.
I once told to the devotee, every question is answered. Every prayer
is answered. Every prayer is answered.
Prayer is answered.
Every question is answered.
It is answered, we don't know.
We don't know. We should be attentive.
When I pray to come to the Tiruvannamalai for at least 1 month, I think 10 years back, I have prayed and forgotten. Now he answered.
True. Yes.
Sir, this is about Karma Siddhanta, sir.
Karma Siddhanta. Okay.
Everything stands to logic, reason, rationality. But I have 2 doubts.
Two doubts.
2 doubts. It may look funny or tricky. Please explain me. I have written, sir, because I may go that way or this way.
No, you ask the question pointedly. Don't go this way, that way.
Pointedly.
Ask me. What is the question? First question first.
First question, according to scriptures told, there are yugas, Kruta Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. At the end of Kali Yuga, Mahapralayam will happen, and every jiva will go away, every jiva will be
Yes.
distinct. And again, at the start of Kruta Yuga, some jivas are created. Someone will take human form, someone will take...
Okay, tell your question. Those things are understood. You tell me the question.
When karmas are not there, when jivas are completely extinguishing and karmas are not there, how jivas will take different forms?
No jivas. No creation. It's all your manakarpane. Your mind's imagination. See, when you take that stand, that there is no karma, you are taking the absolute stand. In that absolute stand, there is no world. That's what I am trying to tell you. There is no coming or going. There are no other worlds. There is nothing other than the self. See, when you accept that I am the jiva, there is world, there is karma. Yes, there is world, there is karma, there is everything. But when you say that there is no karma, the absolute stand if you take, there is no karma, there is no world also. There are no jivas coming or going. And what jiva are you inquiring about? No jiva. See, all this talk about, different yugas, dissolution, and then the creation. All those things are there only to help the seeker to give up this creation and go within. See, different Upanishads, they explain different ways. It tells you that it is all just chumma to help you to understand better. And this creation is not true. Those creation theories are not true. Even those scriptures are talking, they are not true.
There are good deeds, bad deeds.
That is all there only in the relative sense. Good deed, bad deed, because you are ego. You are saying that I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. But when you go beyond, there is no ego, means there is no good, there is no bad, there is no karma, there is no poku, there is no whatever. So you should not confuse between the two standpoints. One standpoint is when you identify with the body mind, when you are a jiva, yes, there is karma, there is karma phala, going, coming, everything. So when you don't identify with the body mind, when you identify with the self, then there is nothing of this sort. Everything is imagination. So there is nothing for you. So these are two different distinct standpoints. So whether you take the standpoint I am the body and you suffer, or you take the standpoint I am the self and be free. Don't mix these two standpoints. So whichever standpoint you take, accordingly you live, accordingly you live, means you understand and live your life. So these are two different standpoints. But you should always take that absolute standpoint to be true always. When you come to Advaita Vedanta, then there is no question of saying, I have done karma, what will happen to me, blah, 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 blah. Then you are identifying the body and saying, I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. Then you are not a seeker. You are an ordinary soul who are trying to, understand. But when you are a seeker, you should say, I am the self. In self there is no doership, no enjoyership, there is no karma, there is no poku, whatever, there is no going, coming. There is no bondage, there is no liberation, absolutely. Like that you have to stand. Either you stand that way or you slip away and then you be here only. Yes.
Just I want to share some information in complement philosophy. The same thing was arising in me that I have been doing this meditation, but why I am not seeing any improvement? I am as filthy as ever, as doubtful as ever. And I asked one of the acharyas, he said, how do you say you are remaining as no, who else can judge better than
me?
Then he said, no, when you are claiming that, what do you call that? You are, when you keep on claiming to reach the top, you say this, you are seeing in each circle the same objects. You are thinking that you are seeing only thing, but only when you reach top, you have reached it. You don't know the height, you are not able to measure the height. So you are progressing, but you will not be knowing that. When you reach the height, you know that. But the progress is always there.
Yeah. So the progress is always there. See, I am telling to the audience here, because they would not have heard you. Prakashamji is telling that when you are climbing up, like winding path, let us say, climbing up to the hill, he says you may be seeing the same sceneries around while you are climbing. You may be wondering that what is happening, am I climbing or not? Because I am seeing the same thing. But when you reach the top, you understand that you reach the top. So therefore, you may, one of the acharyas have told him, you may not know whether you are progressing or not, but always when you are putting efforts, you are progressing only. That is true. And only your guru knows how much you are progressing. Because the guru can see subtly through your expression, he can see how egoistic you are, how much the ego has gone, how much arrogant, illogical you are, or how much you have become mellowed down. The teacher can see. So you cannot see, you know. See, that is why what I am saying is, we have spoiled this mind for long time now. We expect within, for few days, few months, nothing is happening. See, even in our life, if you look back, if we are 60, 70, how we have lived till 40, 50? How we have lived till 40, 50? Only, pursuing something in the world outside, earning, spending, wasting our time in nonsense, so many things. And you come to this path within 2, 3 years or 5, 6 years, you say, oh, one other thing is happening. What will happen? 60, 70 years or 50, 60 years, when we have wasted all our life in unprofitable pursuit and spoiling the mind and gathering so much of vasanas, and not only this life, so many lives, and suddenly you come and say practicing for few months or few years, that too what? Morning half an hour, evening half an hour. Other things we do, so many things. And what will you sort of, what progress you can find? You have to be very focused and go on walking the path without expecting anything. And the Lord will take care. That is what we have to think. And He will show the path. We should not get this feeling, oh, I am walking, nothing is happening. No, nothing will happen only. After, long journey. But if you have started very early, very many janmas before, then you can walk very fast. You will reach the destination. If you start only now, it will take some more time. So how does it matter? We should keep walking. Having faith in the Guru, his words, we have to be sincere and walk. Obstacles may arise in the path, so surrender unto him, pray to him. He will help. He will remove all the obstacles. And you can walk. You understand?
And there is a shloka also, that it doesn't happen like gradually. One day it happens like that.
See, in Ramana Gita also, Bhagavan says that. In Ramana Gita also.
So there is no question of, you have to just be the focus on the progress. But it is not like, today I have progress from here to here, tomorrow from there to there. There is no gradation in that person.
See, அப்படி சொல்லவும் முடியாது. இல்ல அப்படியும் சொல்ல முடியாது. See, when Kavya Kantaganapati or somebody asked Bhagavan whether this enlightenment is gradual or instant, he said instant. It doesn't mean that, see, all the efforts you are putting forward is actually improving you only. You feel more and more peaceful. Definitely, while walking the path, you feel more and more peaceful, more and more clarity. All those are gradation only, na? See, ultimate experience, maybe it can happen like this. But you are seeing yourself more and more not reacting, more and more quiet, more and more matured in handling yourself and others.
So those are all chitta shuddhi.
See, that is all the improvement only. That is all progress only, na? How can you say that is not a progress? See, when you become more and more, introspective, then more and more you will get clarity. That itself is a great progress. And not only that, more and more you can handle things better. And more you find the peace in you. And you will be at peace with everybody. These are all progress only. See, if you say that there is no progress, people will be disheartened. It is not that way also. Only the final experience, he was saying, that instantaneous. But the progress is there definitely. And even there, I would say, that as different acharyas have said, the glimpse of the truth and all. It means what? You get some sort of clues, glimpse, all those stuff. But that chichada granthi bhedam, when it happens tatar. That's what Bhagavan is trying to say. But still, all these things can be sort of seen. The progress is definitely can be seen. It's not that it cannot be seen. Yes, Kalyana Sundaramji.
We are just now, we are having complete jnana, there's no mind, no world.
No mind, no world.
And we are going to temple, praying. How this shift, because it's together, this is, how to blend it together?
Very good question. See, Kalyanji asks, we study here that there is no mind, there is no world, there is nothing. And then we go to the temple and pray to God. How we can reconcile both? That's what you're asking now. Because it's like shifting from one to another. See, I tell you one thing. Though we study that there is nothing, there is no mind, but are we experiencing it? We are having mind, we are seeing the world, and we are confused, we are suffering. So, the same Lord, that's what we have been studying now, the same Lord can appear in forms. The same self, as long as you are the body-mind, he can also appear with body-mind. When the miserable ego, the jiva can appear in the body-mind, why not the Parameshwara? That's what Bhagavan has expressed once. So, when you pray to him, the guidance comes, the blessings comes now from the Lord. Though it is not external, it is internal, but still, the mind is unable to go inside now. So, outside alambana is given. So, therefore, it all helps, Chitta Shuddhi, it helps. But, when you sit in the meditation seat, you need not think about any form if you are not wanting to. You can think Sarvashunya Pada and you can meditate. But your mind is not always inspired now. It becomes malinam and it identifies the body mind. It sees the world. And then, why not take the help? You go and pray. Chitta Shuddhi happens and the guidance comes from the Lord. And like that it is complementary. See, Muruganatha Swami has clearly said in Anubhuti Venba, and also Gurudev has said, all the great saints have said, it is always complementary, not contradictory. Only thing is, are we always saying that there is no world, there is no mind? No. Chumma for few seconds we may think that way. And the next moment onwards, mind starts and the world starts, everything goes. Then why not pray? Take the help. If absolutely you believe and you stay put, there is no need only. See, like great thinkers, they really believe like that. Nisargadatta or J. Krishnamurti and others, they say there is no mind, there is no world, this is my sadhana, means that is the sadhana. Or do that? No. We need help. So you take the help. He is available. The compassionate Lord can come in form and help you, bless you. That is what Krishna has said in Gita also. So if that is there, why not take the help? But if you are not made that way, oh, it's fine. See, this is the beauty of a Hindu religion, Sanatana Dharma. If you are not made that way, fine. You don't be push yourself. You be there, stay put, saying that there is no world. And you should maintain that always. That is the thing. Anga padi, inge padi, அது சும்மா வாய் சொல்லில் வீரடி சொல்வார். வாய் சொல்லில் வீரர்னா தான் பேசும்போது வாய் கிழிய பேசுமே எல்லாம். அவர் சொன்ன மாதிரி தான் படிக்கிறது ராமாயணம் இடிக்கிறது பெருமாள் கோயில் மாதிரி. In action, if they are not happening, then there is no point. So therefore, till the jiva matures, till the jiva இந்த பக்குவம் அடைகிற வரைக்கும் இதெல்லாம் சரிதான், ஏற்புடையது தான். It can be practiced. But when you are there, you don't need it and it will drop off by itself. You don't need it. Yes.
Maximum of times, any thought or desire is there, arising, any thought, behind that any desire or vasana is there. If we not see deeply, if we not look at it deeply, it arises again and again. That thought makes conflict or suffering to us. In such case, we find indeed which is that, how is that, who am I to this. This process is also many. And one mind says that this all is thoughts. Why I am entertaining those thoughts? Means that process is also not complete and this process is also not complete.
What are the two processes you were saying? One process is what?
Going to find out deeply that
who am I?
Vasana or whatever it may be desire, desire or vasana, I can keep away from.
Okay, that is one process. Second process what?
Second, mind says that I am entertaining these thoughts. No need of such entertainment. Keep it away.
Yeah, both are same only, na. See, your first process is you are able to see deeply what are the desired vasanas.
But I am not completing that.
Okay, that is fine. The second thing what it is saying, these are all thoughts. No need to entertain it. You are only entertaining. Both are one only, na. So either you say, these are only thoughts, I need not entertain, I need not worry about it, just give it up, leave it. That is fine. Or if you see deeply why this is arising, what is the desire behind it, that way also you can see. See, both is okay.
She's saying she's not completing that process.
That is fine. See, always your mind will not be the same. You will have different moods, different ways. That is fine. As long as you are trying to handle your mind, it is fine.
Why would she look into the desires and vasanas?
Amma. Yeah. See, whenever there are...
So many will arise, we keep on doing that.
Whenever the thoughts arise, if you try to understand what is the desire or vasana behind it, that is a very good way of looking at it. That will subside. You understand? That is also a way. See, some gurus or somebody would have told her, you watch like that. That is also another approach.
With so many desires and vasanas, if you start watching all the they start watching the I thought.
That is a path. You go watch the thoughts and the desire deeply, that will go off. That vasana will go off. Like that, if all vasanas are gone, you are realized. So if you want to see only the I thought, you do that. Who stops you? Suppose if you don't understand the I thought or all those stuff, there is another path, another approach. There are so many approaches. It is not the only one approach.
That's not Bhagwan's approach.
How do you know?
That's what your thought has said.
Bhagavan's approach is not possible. Yeah, Bhagavan has said you watch the I thought. But at the same time, Bhagavan has written so many things, na? Sarvatmya bhavam and all. Sarva shunya padam and all. That is fine. See, yes, okay. Bhagavan's pet theory or the approach is, who am I? Inquire. It is fine. But similarly, some other great thinkers, great saints have given some other approach also. That is fine. Who am I is focusing on the self. That is a different story altogether. Arivodu Alvain solrar. With the conscious this thing you abide in the self. Watching also is one way. But what Gangama is trying to tell you is, there are so many desires. If you go on watching every desire, where is the end? That is what she is saying. But when you go on watching, the vasanas will get exhausted and desires will be less and less. And you will not have desire ultimately. That is one more approach. That is fine.
Watching also is I only also.
Okay, everything is I only. That is fine. Everything is I only.
One sentence I read in Telugu book. That is not understanding properly. Our friend Ram told, still I am not understanding. Some man staying in Ramana only so many years. He asked somebody how to go to Ramana Maharshi ashram. Where is the nearest route for Ramana Maharshi ashram? That he asking. What is that example?
So his question is, if I have understood properly, a person or a devotee staying in Ramana Maharshi ashramam, he is asking how to go to Ramana Maharshi ashramam. What is the route? Nearest route. So it's a very subtle thing actually. See, actually we are always our own selves. And we are asking how to go to self or how to reach the self. See, we are always ourselves. But we are asking how to reach the self. Or what is the shortest way to reach the self? This is like when you are staying in the Ramanashramam, asking how to go to Ramanashramam. It is a very sort of a very insightful question only. But the thing is, we feel we need to walk, we need to go. That is why we ask. But if we know the truth, we are already in Ramanashramam, we don't ask this. But we feel we are not. That is why we are asking. So, it's a very significant statement what you have asked. But when you know that you are already in Ramanashramam, you will not ask. But you don't feel like that. That is why you are asking. So, when you don't feel like, you ask. Then they will tell you, you are already in Ramanashramam. Then you have to believe it. Sometimes you may not believe also. I don't agree. Ramanashram somewhere, I have to go. Then you go.
You wanted some instrument to look into self.
Ah.
You wanted some instrument. I told you, your body is instrument, your mind is instrument, your buddhi is instrument. You use those instruments and you can look into self. I told you.
And you drop ultimately all the instrument. Okay, is it time? What is the time? 8:20. Okay. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. So tomorrow morning from 6:45 to 8 we will have the last class and we shall conclude the Dakshinamurti Stotram. Okay. And one more thing.